Hi, everybody. Happy Friday night. We're coming to you in a different time slot. We have a very special show. We're hoping to save lives. We're hoping to inform and enlighten and uplift the men and women who are watching. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we would be remiss not to do a show and have several doctors, and I call her my Shiro, Jody Callie, who is a breast cancer survivor and thriver, is joining me now. We're going to have two doctors later on talking about these fabulous treatments and what you need to know to keep yourself safe as a man and woman. But Jody, you are so inspiring to me, and I'm going to tell you why. Not only is she battling cancer and winning, but she also got COVID-19 during her struggle and during her fight. And look at her. She looks fantastic. Jody Callie from Staten Island, a mother of three. We love you. She works at a salon. She makes other people beautiful. And look, you're beautiful. And you have a message for everyone watching. And first of all, let me just ask, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. It's been a long journey, but I am coming towards the end. So I think I'm staying positive and feeling better. And I'm almost there, so I'm good.
And I want all of our viewers, if you can, give her little emoji claps and prayers and everything else. But right now you are, tell us where you are with your battle against breast cancer and also COVID. What I understand is that you got the 1-2 punch in January of 2020. You were diagnosed with breast cancer. And then just a few months later, during the peak of COVID-19, when we were all, just scrambling and trying to figure out our lives, you were also then diagnosed with COVID-19.
Yes. In January, I was diagnosed, and February 28th was my first chemo treatment. And that was a Friday. And then probably Monday, Tuesday of the following week, I started not feeling well. But at that point, they really didn't know it was COVID because it was so new. So that was pretty much my first 2 weeks of chemo.
And you think you actually might have you don't know, but then that's when you started to get effects, but you thought it was the chemo, but it was actually COVID-19. So you're battling both of them at the same time. What kept you?
Go ahead.
No, what kept you strong? I mean, when you get both diagnosed at the same exact time, what kept you going?
That back then they weren't doing the testing the way they were doing it now. So I didn't know I had COVID. I wasn't feeling well. And I just thought it was the effects of the chemo until probably week 2. A friend of mine and her husband came down with it. So he decided to go get tested. And that's when I decided to go get tested. But it wasn't until probably week 3 that I found out I had COVID. And then I developed pneumonia at that point.
And what I love about your story is that you said, first of all, when you get the breast cancer, you are, it's a hit. It's a real hit on your spiritual, your physical, every layer of your being. But then when you got COVID, you said that you're like, you know what? I'm going to get through this. You said, I already decided I'm going to get through breast cancer. So you said, what's another thing that I have to overcome? Now, where do you get that chutzpah, that power, that amazing strength?
When you first get diagnosed and you don't know what the outcome is and you have to do all your testing, right away you think it just spread and you go automatically to the worst. And once I was contained and I was with the best care with my doctors, I knew I was going to be okay. And I guess when I got COVID, I just said, there's no way that this is what's going to take me at this point. So I just fought and got through them. And I have 3 children that I had to be strong for. So
it does help, those little faces looking at you, right? And you are their mommy, so they want their mommy to be there and to give hugs. A lot of prayers for you tonight, Winnie, Lisa, Rolando. I'm just going to tell her that they're giving you lots of love and saying God bless. And speaking of Shiros, your doctor is joining us. Dr. Magdalena is here. You actually performed a double mastectomy, and you probably saved this woman's life. I think you did. How inspired are you first by her story and who she is as a person?
Well, I'm learning every day something new about Jody and what she has been going through in this historic pandemic. I think nobody expected, and she has been frankly amazing, and she's a role model for everybody. So I must say that you don't see patients like that very often, and especially in this historic moment. So I'm very proud of her, and she has been doing fantastic.
She really is incredible, exceptional. And Dr. Magdalena, if there's anything to learn from her story, if somebody's watching, we have a lot of people watching, what should they take away?
Well, I think Jody already mentioned that, she got a tough diagnosis. She got a tough additional COVID diagnosis, and she was very brave, and she got through the treatments and through the COVID extremely well. And I think the personal strength and support, is something very important, and I think every patient should have that ideally.
Now, it's a silent killer, so if someone's watching, what should they know? About self-exams and the importance of self-exams. And Jody, I'm sure you have a story of how you impacted it as well. But first, doctor, what do you want people to know about saving lives?
So it's October Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it should be breast cancer awareness entire year. I would like to point out that every woman over age 40 should get yearly screening mammograms, annual clinical exam. If you don't know your risk factors, speak to your medical doctor. Screening and early diagnosis of breast cancer is very important. It saves lives. So doing annual mammograms is very important. Also,
so true. The mammograms, the regular screenings, the self-exams. Jody, is that what saved you?
Absolutely. I felt my lump, so I actually did go since I was 40. I skipped 1 year, and last December I felt something, so I went in.
Wow. And so when you felt something, and see, that's that regular self-exams that we're talking about, right, doctor? She was vigilant about it. She probably saved herself in that moment. And then, of course, you, doctor, we love NYU Langone. We can't say enough about NYU. We just love you guys. And then you have special, not just mammograms, but you also, there's something about 3D mammograms, right?
So 3D mammography is a mammography variation. It's almost like a CT scan, and it's newest technology and good advantages. It decreases recalls. Patients are diagnosed, and the films are read right away, and they don't have to go often back and forth for additional imaging. So that's a very good part for the 3D mammography. And the screening is definitely about.
If I could interrupt, Elle is popping up. That must mean we have a question or someone commenting. Hi, Elle.
Hi, I wanted to read off some of the comments. We're seeing such beautiful comments, and I wanted to give out a couple of shout outs to people who are watching. Martha is watching and says she is a breast cancer survivor of 5 years right now. Wanted to give her a quick shout out. Rolando says that his mom is actually going through this right now, and he says she is strong. We're fighting this with her. Amen to you, Jody, and God bless you, and thank you for this segment. And Trisha is also a breast cancer survivor of 3 years. So there's a lot of people watching right now who are in a similar place, and wanted to thank
you. We love you. We love you all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess, what's really important too is we also have another doctor. Can you believe this? Dr. Susan. Hello, doctor. And she's with Kind Body. And you're listening to all of this. What's your reaction to all the beautiful people who are chiming in and commenting, and then hearing Jody's story of hope?
Yeah, first and foremost, I just want to say, Jody, there's an entire team of people at Kind Body who are fighting this battle with you. We send you our love and prayers, and hope that you beat this and continue to be cancer-free for years to come. So we're all here with you.
It's so beautiful. And you have so much to say about what Kind Body is doing. Tell me a little bit about Kind Body.
Absolutely. So Kind Body is a women's health and fertility practice. Our mission is to make reproductive health and fertility care modern, welcoming, and accessible for all. And we really focus on treating the body holistically and understanding that empowering women with education and knowledge, similar to what we're doing tonight, can really help women better understand their bodies and their wellness and be proactive in really being partners in their journey. And so we just really want to help educate your listeners tonight and women across the country about their bodies, about breast cancer, about their fertility, and all facets that can really help improve your life.
And take a look at those risk factors. I think you actually gave us these. You know, some of them, the ones you can't change, of course, are getting older, our reproductive history, having, of course, dense breasts, family history is a big thing, and risk factors you can change. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What can we change?
Absolutely. You know, I can't speak enough to the importance of physical activity. There's actually been proven science to show that people who don't exercise and who aren't active have higher risk of breast cancer, as well as, and this is so important now more than ever, is to avoid excessive alcohol intake that has been directly linked to breast cancer in women. And so those are factors that we can change. We also know that having a child, just being pregnant and carrying a pregnancy to full term can reduce our cancer risks. And so these are things that we can do, as well as, and I want to repeat what Dr. Magdalena was saying before, just the importance of being aware of our bodies, and really want to encourage women not to ignore changes that you feel in your body. If you do feel a bump, if you feel something abnormal, don't ignore it. Come and see us. Come and see your doctor so that we can do an investigation. Hopefully there's nothing wrong, but these are situations where if there is something wrong, the sooner we detect it, the sooner your treatment can begin.
Oh, that's so important. Women should know their breasts, they should know their bodies, and go with that gut. If something it says that it's wrong. And what is a BRCA screening, doctor?
Yeah, BRCA screening or BRCA testing is a blood test that can be done. And BRCA is the most commonly associated genetic mutation that can lead to breast cancer. So this would be a genetic mutation that you actually hereditarily inherited from your family. And so if you personally have a family history of any member of your family having cancer at 49 or younger, if you have anyone in your family who had ovarian, pancreatic, or male breast cancer, or if you are of Ashkenazi Jewish descent, it's so vitally important that you get this testing done, because in this population, your cancer risk is exponentially increased. And knowing that you're BRCA positive could then allow you to start screening, maybe have a prophylactic or preventative mastectomy or a preventative removal of ovaries, or at least start treatment early. Because again, with any type of cancer, and especially with breast cancer, the earlier we can diagnose the breast cancer, the better your treatment is going to be, the better your prognosis is going to be, and better chances of beating it.
I have a question. How old do you have to be for a BRCA screening? Like, what's the age?
There's really no limit. If you have those those risk factors that I just mentioned, it can be done at any time. And so at Kind Body, we're offering this testing along with just your routine well woman checkup, or if you're coming in for a fertility assessment, we can do this as an adjunct to your visit that you should be having anyway. So we want to prevent women from having to go back and forth and go to multiple different places. We want to provide all of that care comprehensively under one roof.
And that's the card we just showed. That's actually the questionnaire. And then if you do say, like, let's say yes to all of those, then you probably should get the BRCA.
Oh, actually, not to all of them. Even if you just answer to only one of these, you should have the BRCA testing done.
Wow, really?
And please come and see us. We're open 6 days a week. You can go to kindbody.com. You can make an appointment directly on our website. And to take it even a step further, if you answer yes to any of those things and you have health insurance, or even if you don't have health insurance, we can help you in conjunction with our genetic counseling partners make the cost of that testing as little as $54.
I have to say, wow, that is so informative. Thank you so much. Donna's really loving this. Thank you, Donna, for watching us. And I have to tell you, just all of us watching should. There's one thing that we should take away, whether it's hope or a piece of information. I want to start with you, Jody. What do you want viewers to know?
With today's medicine, I think our risks are lower, and it's you got to stay positive. Your mind is such a powerful thing, and you can convince yourself of really anything. So I think really staying positive and having faith and believing that you're going to be okay, and surrounding yourself with really good people.
And you're such an example of that, Jody. And Dr. Magdalena, same question. One piece of information that someone should take from this show that might save a life and hope.
Don't neglect your health, even in pandemic. Be on the top of your health, and I agree with positive as well.
Stay positive. It's the biggest thing you can do for your physical health, right? Is to stay mentally strong. And well, Dr. Sassone, I want to end with you. What's the one takeaway that you think might save a life if someone's watching?
Absolutely. I think the most important thing for all of us to know is that whether it's about our breast health, it's our reproductive health, our fertility health, it always comes down to empowering ourselves with information. Don't go down the rabbit hole of Dr. Google. Come and see your doctor. Come and see us at Kind Body. Let us really help you understand the true facts. And a lot of people get scared of going to the doctor. What I think is more scary is the unknown. And so I know, just come and see us and let us help you understand your body better and be your partner in helping you get better, and just not to be scared to go to the doctor.
What I learned too is that there's a different kind of mammogram. I learned so much from this show, right, Al? What a great show. I learned that there's a 3D mammogram. I learned that there's a BRCA screening. If you have this problem, hereditary problem, then you can also track that. I learned so much from the show. And if you want any of this information, Elle, thank you for the show. We'll be having it in our captions. And thank you, ladies, for such a fabulous show tonight, a Friday night, where we're really talking about something that's so important to not just women, but men, and could save a life. Elle, I think we had such a great show. And what a great comments here. Amen, Rolando says. And amen to your loved one, Rolando. We're going to pray for her to get better. But it's all about awareness. And of course, information is power. So don't forget, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Make sure you do your self-exams and you take care of yourself, and you watch at 5 o'clock every night on Pix 11. Thanks for watching. We're making it happen.